As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I know I'd go from rags to riches.
The opening sequence, isn't it glorious? I don't know too many people who appreciate the introduction of things as much as me, but if you too are in fact an opening fiend, then you've come to the right place. Settle in as we embark on this journey to explore the art of the opening. Welcome to Frames of Film. Picture this, you're getting ready to go out and see a film. You choose your outfit, you shower, you do your makeup, you put your clothes on. You and your mates meet up, on your way to your local cinema. You wait in line, you purchase your ticket, you take your seats, the excitement brews. People are talking, families are laughing, you've eaten half your popcorn and the movie hasn't even started yet. And the previews of the movies we know and love begin, spellbinding us with their production logos and fancy colours. And suddenly, a quiet hush falls upon the crowd. Then, almost as natural as day turning to night, the lights in the cinema dim, and it begins. There is no right way to create the opening sequence, but you can certainly know when you've witnessed the wrong way, because the entire film depends on those first moments. However, the importance of the opening sequence should not be dismissed for its subjective nature, and rather should be treated as a structural essential to building an audience's connection to a film. Although the techniques of opening sequences are somewhat up in the air, certain trends do precede the greats. The eternally memorable film openings all manage to gratify our expectations of the film we hope to see, and set the scene for the remainder of our experience. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Somebody once said you should never write the title of the book you're writing before it's finished. The reason being is maybe you don't even know what it's about yet. So rule number one is assure your vision is clear before you attempt to even begin. There is no room for a foggy approach to your opening. No loose ends should be established. No odd character entrances or unanswered causes with no apparent effect. It needs to be tidy. You need to think, how could I tell this story in 3 minutes instead of 2 hours? Begin with a bang. Pull the rug out from under them. Put them on the edge of their seats from the get-go. Aspire to make them spit their popcorn out in the first moments. Capture their focus and don't let it go until those credits have finished rolling. The importance of tone cannot be dismissed. When done right, this is enough info to propel your audience's engagement into another dimension, as there is automatically an immediate connection and understanding of the world in which they are placed. We can all relate to playful or a gloomy tone because in the real world, we've all experienced these familiar times firsthand. Incorporate all of your production elements, like an orchestra of cinematic proportions with sound, lighting, camera, acting and editing. If you have the tools, use them. Answer the audience's questions. This is a key element in setting the scene for things to come. Within the opening sequence, you should have answered in one way or another the who, what, when, where and why, as these are the basic building blocks of all good stories. This may seem contradictory, but the final do is create your own questions. Set up an expectation, create a growing sense of anticipation for the climax from the get-go. Always leave the audience wanting more, but importantly, do this on your own terms and control the way the information gets out from that point onwards. Avoid exposition. Don't treat your audience like fools. Do the opposite. Make them work harder. Have them feel like they are playing keep up. Avoid the cliches. Granted, there is the rare occurrence where it is done well, but the vast majority of all appear bland and basic. The number one sequence I suggest avoiding is the morning routine. Every first-time filmmaker does it, and they all do it the same way. It's so overdone it's virtually became a trope in the bad movie business. Separate yourself from the failed attempts in one way or another and show something sublime and new about your world that's never been seen before. Avoid the endless opening. Don't confuse your audience by the endless introduction. Get to the point and do it as quick as possible and be concise. They say it only takes about 7 seconds before a first impression is determined. So what would you show about your film if you only had 7 seconds? What is the most crucial point you wish to present? This is just one of the reasons a good opening can either make or break a film. And it's the main reason that it's my favourite part of every film. It's the deal breaker. It's the life or death situation. It's the here and now. It's the invitation. It's the magic appearing on screen right before your eyes, and you're knowing wholeheartedly you're going to be sitting in this room for 2 hours with random strangers who you've never met before, staring at these images that appear on the screen. And by the end of that film, you'll be changed in one way or another. But it starts here. So what are you going to do to make your opening sequence historic? What is going to be the first frame of that story you're going to tell? I think I'll let you handle it from here. Good luck. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.